Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Rayge, and we are back today to talk about the importance of ISO 8 purple, but more importantly, making sure that you guys are not using any right now in the meantime. Actually, recently this was brought up by Boylon and a video that he made with his insight. He seems to, have an insider information that he can't confirm or express because of the fact that he knows more information than he should. But honestly, I think it's great what he's doing because he's giving information to the public, and knowledge is power in this game. The more time that you have to prepare, as we've seen with hoarding events, events that we know before they actually go live on the blog post, helps us as players prepare. So I'm placing heavy trust on his words because not only has he called out information that has not yet been circulated, but it's been pretty damn close to accurate 100% most of the time. So guys, if you haven't checked it out, I'll link it to the video that he expressed these new ORCHIS raids coming in the description below, so that way you guys can also check it out. But there's lots of good information that I want to circulate as well. Make sure you guys circulate this to your alliance and team members, because at the end of the day, the more information we have, the better prepared we will be when the new content comes out. And it lines up exactly what we would expect too. Also very interesting because he used to be an envoy and now he no longer is. And the information he's circulating right now is definitely really insightful, and it could be very well be the next patch or so. But it's interesting because the other envoys can't confirm or deny, I think because of the NDA expression. So interesting times for sure. So I do want to unpack some of the key things covered in his video, ladies and gentlemen, so that way you guys are also aware. And again, the more we share this with the community, the better prepared we are going to be for the new content. So we already saw this outlined in one of my earlier videos, which is that we're going to be seeing a new ORCHIS raid coming because it's the natural things that you have in order for this game, right? We had Doom, we had Ultimus raids, followed by the Incursion. So it only made sense that another new raid was coming, and this is going to be the new ORCHIS raids. It does look like it's going to be very, very similar to what we're doing right now, which is the origin traits for Incursion, right? Origin traits obviously being, Mystic, Tech, Mutant, as well as Bio, and then Skill. Those have always been pretty consistent, so it looks like that's going to hold true. The difference is the fact that you are now going to be actually utilizing and requiring ISO 8 purple. So if in case you guys have missed the boat on this is the newest level of ISO 8 following blue, and it's basically been the storm and the hype of everything with these new events that we've had. This is the reason why we're hoarding campaign energy for next week for another leaderboard event. So make sure you guys are aware. Now, I highly caution you not to upgrade anything just yet, because if these ORCHIS raids come out before Dark Dimension 8, you very well will be bottlenecking and capping yourself, right? For example, they are trying to express that you need these origin trait characters required. So that would be the classic teams that we know right now, which are, at the time, Bifrost, Pegasus, Extreme X-Men, Hive Mind, and Spire Society. That means you may need them upgraded before the potential Dark Dimension 8 characters that you want to bring in. Hence why it's important to wait and see right now, because we don't know what's coming first, and that can very well, limit you on what you can do, the content that's coming out. I also want to point out a big, again, another massive shout out to Boylon, is that he was able to get confirmation here that there's going to be a new mod system coming into the raids. What exactly is that? It's actually going to be impacting the bonuses that you would get passively if you're not using the full team. So there is a reason, there's a rhyme and reason for this logic, but let me show you kind of the most recent example here. And he also highlighted this in his video, which is in Incursion 1, if you recall, we have this kind of setting where if you were going into specific nodes, so say for instance the mutant section here, there were certain bonuses, right? There was the Aegis of Apocalypse. So on spawn, offense up's going to be applied to all enemy brawlers and blasters. Taunt's going to be applying to all enemy protectors, and then regen's also going to be applying to enemy supports and controllers. And then as well, when any enemy character gains bleed, they generate ability energy for themselves or random allies. So there were bonuses here and there. It's going to be very similar to this to kind of spruce things up for the raids, but the only difference is that they are actually going to give you more benefit if you're using the full team. So what am I referring to? Well, if you guys have been doing the Incursion raids now, you'll know that some teams work better than others, and that's not necessarily the full team sometimes. For example, when I'm using my mutant nodes right now, I'm actually getting through swapping Old Man Logan instead of Cyclops. for the Hive Mind section, bio, sorry, I'm swapping in Super Skrull instead of Venom. So now it's going to be taking away from that. They want you to be using the full team, as in you may have to build up Cyclops, you may have to build up Venom. These substitutes, these theory crafting opportunities are going to be slightly taken back, but the offset is that you're going to be getting some massive bonuses for these teams, which obviously encourages you to use more of the same resources for said characters that may not be useful in other raids, but at the same time, that way you're not skipping, you know, 1 or 2 characters per team. And I think they want that because obviously with new teams coming out, they want people to buy the offers. They want them to build up the full team as opposed to, you know, the most important members of the team. We also know with some pretty good confirmation here, again, in the data mines where we see some information, but yeah, it's been speculated before. There's going to be a new Mystic Raid team, and as per Boylan's video anyways, they're called the Night Stalkers. This is the one that we recall previously with Karen Page getting added into the game here. She's also going to get a rework in terms of kind of a vampire-esque theme. We know that Man-Thing is coming. We know that also the Moon Knight's getting a rework in the game. So those 3 are confirmed to be characters that are going to get added. We don't know if Blade or Dracula is also going to be part of this team, but just something to be mindful of there. And there's also those data mines that we did on Nimrod and as well as Sentinel. So that's actually going to be the new tech raid team coming. So that's another one that you want to be mindful of, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, tons and tons of information, guys. We likely will expect this new raid coming next month, which means the introduction of either the new ORCHIS or tech team or the Night Stalkers coinciding with the Halloween theme is actually going to be very, very timely. So in the meantime, please do as much as you can right now in the game. Try to do the best you can for some of these events, especially like, you know, Quantum Disco, where we're getting more Isolate Purple, Hank Pym shards, and as well, like I said earlier and I alluded to, I'm hoarding campaign energy for next week for the next leaderboard on this. Save as much as you can. Just don't use any of the Isolate Purple because we just don't know where it's going to get allocated. But in the meantime, purchase as much as you can. Go through the Isolate Purple store. Do the best you can because there's only so much we can obviously prepare for until obviously these characters and teams are confirmed, and as well getting confirmation of how these new teams are going to be situated in the new raids. And we don't exactly know what the rewards are yet, right? But if your guys recall, usually the raids in the game are giving you the best rewards. Like even right now with Incursion 2 and the Spotlight 1, I mean, this is massive, right? Just getting Crimson gear that you can gear up for Dark Dimension 7 has been massive. So I'm going to be assuming that we're going to be seeing something similar. Heck, I would even argue maybe Isolate Purple might be a potential reward in these new raids. That would make sense. You know, investing in Isolate Purple to get more Isolate Purple in the long haul, especially for those that there's going to be only set alliances that can enter based on those roster levels. But yeah, pretty massive information, guys. Again, big shout out to Boylan. Again, I'll link to this video below if you guys want to check out the full video. It's really, really in depth, and there's a lot more information than what I covered today, but I just wanted to give you guys the TLDR to be ready for this. Again, next patch is going to be super exciting, but as per usual, I'll keep you guys up to date. Thank you for your time as always. Please let your alliance members know as well, so that way we can all prepare together, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.